How's she going, boys? Mike here. Welcome back to Grampie's Workshop. Boys, I'm glad you're here, and I hope you had a great Christmas. You know, over Christmas, I managed to catch myself a man cold. Oh boy, she was a doozy. I'm getting over it pretty good now, but I still have a raspy voice, so apologize for that. But yeah, if you look up man cold in the dictionary, you'd see a picture of me over Christmas. Oh, hey, wasn't good. Poor Nanny. She suffered with me too, although she didn't have the cold, but it wasn't pleasant being around me, that's for sure. But anyway, I think I'm on the mend. What I want to do today is to do a little video about my Massey Ferguson GC2300 Awesome tractor and how I'm addressing the problem of it being hard to start, especially on the cold days. Remember I made a video here about plowing, and I had a hard time starting my tractor. I had to jump start it with the Bronco. I had to jump start it the other day again with the Bronco, and that's just no good in my mind. It's no good to have a tractor that won't start in the winter. You know, even if it's a Massey Ferguson GC2300 Awesome tractor, if it won't go, it's not much better than, you know, a shovel in my mind. But anyway, I did a couple of things to try to address that problem of cold starting. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Excuse me there. Had to clear my throat. Yeah, the remnants of the cold hanging on. Anyways, a couple of things I did to try to improve this issue of my tractor not starting. One of them was I had a battery maintainer for the battery, and I had that plugged in and connected to the battery, and when I went out to start the tractor the other day, it showed it was 12.7 volts. Nice voltage, eh? Nice charge. So then I have a battery load tester, a resistance, pure resistance load tester, put that on my battery, and it said the battery was good. But then when I went to start it, you know, you put the glow plugs on for about 15-20 seconds. I put those on, the battery voltage went from 12.7 to 11.8. So that's telling you something right there, eh? And then when I went to start the tractor, the cranking current, the cranking voltage dropped to as low as 6.5 at one time, but it was around 7.5, 7.8. And that, you know, I wouldn't start it. I had to jump it with the Bronco that day. So I decided I'm going to order myself a different kind of a battery charger maintainer, one that has no LED screen on it. And by that what I mean is, it just, it lights up, you plug it into 110, and it lights up when you're connected to the battery, and it'll tell you that the battery's charging, tell you when it's charged, tell you when it's maintaining it, right? So I figured that kind of a battery maintainer, battery charger maintainer, wouldn't put any kind of draw on the battery itself, because there's nothing there. All it does is it senses the battery voltage. If the battery voltage is below a certain level, then it'll add current to the battery to build that voltage back up. So, you know, no real draw on the battery. Because I thought the battery maintainer I had now, because it had an LED screen, even when it's not plugged in, when you connect it to the battery, that screen lights up. So that's drawing current from the battery, and I thought maybe that was some of the issue as well. Sorry, having a hard time talking. The other thing I got was a different kind of a battery tester. Now, I saw a review by Steve Robb Reviews. I often mention Steve in my channel because he does some awesome reviews, and I really appreciate this last one he did because it was about a battery tester, an electronic battery tester. I have no idea how this works, because to me, with my background in electrical, I always figure to get a test on a battery, you need to give it a load. Well, this tester doesn't appear to have any kind of loading capacity at all that I can see, but it tests the battery. So anyway, I bought that too. It was $65 or something. I'll put a link, an Amazon link down below to this, and it's an Amazon affiliate link if you're interested in getting it. There's a little bit of kickback comes my way, but the price is the same for you. But I just want to be upfront and open with that it's an Amazon link. So anyways, I got this battery tester the other day, and I put it on my battery. And what you can do with this tester, and I'll show you this tester in a minute, what you can do with this tester, you can select different kind of cranking, it's cold cranking amp settings for it. It doesn't matter what cold cranking amp setting you put on it, it'll tell you what the cold cranking amps are of the battery and the status of the battery at that time. So anyways, I put in 470 cold cranking amps, and when I put this tester on my battery in the tractor, it said replace the battery. It was, the cold cranking amps are 225, and that's not nearly enough to start the tractor. So I said, okay, if that's the case, I need a new battery. So I ended up going to town the other day and bought myself a Christmas present, bought myself a new battery for the tractor. This is the tester here. Now, this is not the one that Steve Robb reviewed, but it's similar, I'm guessing. This one is called a V-Peak, and it's just like this all it is. There's no batteries to it. I don't know how it works. I have no idea in the world, but tell you what, put some faith in it, because it told me that my battery was no good. And so we're just going to set up now on my new battery. I have the new battery on the bench. You don't have it in the tractor yet. We're going to set it up and just show you how this works, so you get an idea what's going on. So first off, this is the battery charger maintainer that I bought. It's Moto Power, and I'll put a link to this down below too. But this apparently doesn't have a draw on the battery. Like if I connected this right now to the battery, nothing would happen. It's not plugged in. So by the way, here's the battery I bought. OE Plus it's called, from Motor Master. It wasn't the best battery they had in the shop, but certainly wasn't the worst, and it's 500 cold cranking amps. So if I connect this battery maintainer on here, there's the plus terminal, there's the minus terminal, and you see nothing happens here, right? So there's no load. This doesn't put any load on the battery, and that's what I'm thinking is key. By the way, I also put this on my tractor. It was before Christmas, so this would have been Monday before Christmas when I bought this, put this on the tractor. And this morning when I came up to start the tractor voltage read 12.7. When I put the glow plugs on, it read I think 11.8. And then when I tried to start the tractor with its original battery, the battery that this was charging, the cranking voltage went to 8.75, and the tractor did eventually start, but it wasn't that cold this morning. So this certainly did its job on the old battery. But my old battery, like I said, when I put this tester on it, with 300 cold cranking amps as the guideline, it said the battery should be replaced because it was only giving me 225 cranking amps. So anyhow, we're going to take this and put this on the battery right now. But anyhow, there's the screen that lights up. It says battery test, so that's what we're going to do. It'll do a lot of other things too. It'll test the cranking amps, it'll test the charging circuit of the vehicle. It'll give you a review of the battery and charging test, and then setup. Just you select your languages, whatever, and you just use these arrow keys to thumb through those different lines. But I'm going to do a battery test, right? So you push OK. So then it says, what kind of battery do you have? Regular flooded, an AGM flat plate, an AGM spiral, a gel, or a EFB? Well, this is just an ordinary sulfuric acid flooded battery, so I'm going to select the first one there. And then it says cold cranking amps. Yes, that's what I want. So I have this set for 500 cold cranking amps because this is what this battery is. But just for example, if I set this to, well, 470, that's what I tested the other battery at. Set it to 470 and I push OK. Now it's going to test the battery. Now I have no idea how it's testing the battery because this unit is not getting warm or anything like that. So somehow it's sensing what's going on. But anyway, there's the results. I hope you can see this. It says the cold cranking amps 100% is 666 cold cranking amps. The state of charge is 63%. It's 12.43 volts. The thermal resistance is 4.47 mega ohms, and the standard current is 470 cc-A's. That's what I had set it for. So it says good battery. So now if I say OK or escape, I guess, go back, test the results. And now if I say test the battery, regular cold cranking amps, if I set the cold cranking amps to 500, which is what this is, and then say test it, this is so handy to have, eh? It says 666, the same, the results are the same, and it says, you know, it's a good battery. So even at 600, at 500 cold cranking amps, I mean, the battery tests good. Nice little tester. Well, you know what? I'm not going to take the battery out of the tractor to bring it in here because I did start the tractor with the original battery. So I've got some plowing to do. So I'm going to do some plowing, and then I don't want to then bring the battery in and test it because it'll have been run for a couple hours and be charged up good. So you just have to believe me, I guess, that the battery that was in the tractor tested poorly when I put my new little tester on it, right? It said it only had 225 cranking amps. And that was visible today when I tried to start it because the cranking voltage went down to whatever it was, 8.75 or something like that, and the tractor was very hard to start, so you could tell the battery wasn't putting out the current. So we're going to replace this battery probably tomorrow because I'm going to finish plowing today, and we'll go with a new battery from now on. So anyways, I hope you like this little review I did on this battery tester. I want to thank Steve Robb again for showing me this, talking to me about it and introducing me to it. I think they're a handy little dandy unit to have, and I think this battery maintainer that I have here is really going to do the trick as well. It's going to be a lot better than that other maintainer I had. So thanks for watching, folks. Sure hope you had a nice Christmas, and with New Year's just around the corner, hope everybody's careful if you're out driving, going to partying, or whatever you're doing. Be careful, because we want to be able to talk to you and exchange ideas with you in the new year. Don't want to read about you. Thanks for watching, folks. Have a great New Year's, and we'll talk to you soon.